and he's played a good ball, and City are 3-1 up. Brilliant finish from Phil Foden.
Stanley over the free kick. De Bruyne scores! The goalkeeper did not know what to do. This is Ilkay Gundogan. Plays it across, Bernardo Silva pokes in. City take the lead on the sprint forward.
Now making his way towards the backtracking Leicester midfield. Plays it into De Bruyne. Away from Chowdhury, tries the shot, and City lead out of nowhere. Kevin De Bruyne.
Bernardo Silva has, we all know how good City are on the break. João Cancelo makes his way upfield. Might launch a shot here, and it catches the deflection on its way in. João Cancelo has scored for Manchester City. Rolls to Angelino. This one goes across and it's turned in by Sterling. Advantage restored for City. Angelino and Sterling combine. Lifts over the top, Gabriel Jesus. Gabriel Jesus tries to square this. Raheem Sterling scores his second of the game. From a combined distance of around about 6 yards out.
Foden goes outside to Zinchenko, who's got a very good crossing position, and City are in front already. What a start that is! Gabriel Jesus. Let me look at my watch. We've got to the second minute, that's all. In fact, we've just crept into the third. City have a 4-man wall in front of Arsenal's 6-man wall. That's how close to goal it is. No, it is going to be Mahrez. And it's in! Mahrez got it round the wall. Runnison should have caught it. Fernandinho, who's going at pace at Arsenal. He's inside Arsenal territory, and he looks for the return, and he's in the left wing position, and he's played a good ball, and City are 3-1 up. Brilliant finish from Phil Foden. City have to make do with a corner, which Foden will take short to Mahrez, who gives it back to Foden. Foden then clips it in, and City will make it 4. Guy Aymeric Laporte.
Hello Manchester City fans around the world, welcome along to the Etihad Stadium and welcome of course to Matchday Live. My name is Spellman, bringing you all the build up to this tantalising League Cup fixture, the Carabao Cup, formerly known as the Manchester City Cup in my house, but we take on Brentford to try and reach the next round, and as we know, only 2 rounds away from the final, but standing in our way, a resolute Brentford team. This is the team arriving here at the Etihad Stadium not too long ago. Not only does a place in the next round await, but also the chance to make it 6 consecutive wins in a row. A run I'm sure the boys in blue will be wanting to continue. Now, Pep spoke about earlier in the week there would be changes in tonight's team. That is very much the case, and not only changes, appearances from some of our academy graduates. 2 of them you just saw there in Charlie Gray and in Stephen Fooney. They are on the bench. There are changes into the starting 11 as well. Let me bring you what that is as we go now. Starting in net, Pep said he would. James Trafford comes into the fold, as does young Rico Lewis at right back. Then, great to see this man back in a blue shirt. Kutanov alongside Nathan Aki to complete that centre-half partnership. And completing the back 4, one man who keeps his place, Nico O'Reilly. Moving into midfield, how present has this man been over the last few weeks? Nico Gonzalez in the holding role, alongside Reinders and Oscar Bob, who we think might be out on the right-hand side, and taking up that fill role, who else? Our number 10, Shirky. And to complete that forward 3, Savinho, we think might be on the left-hand side. I'll see what my guests make of that in just a second. And completing the starting 11, Divine Mukasa starts up front in this game against Brentford. Welcome along to the studio here live in the Etihad Stadium. The stadium is starting to fill up slowly but surely, but we've got so much to get into, and I'm delighted to be alongside Luke and Stephen this evening for the game. Before we speak about the team, Luke, I've mentioned it's a chance to go into the next round, also a chance to make it 6 wins in a row, which I think if we'd looked at these fixtures maybe 2-3 weeks ago, you'd have probably taken a couple of draws. Real Madrid in there stands out. How impressed have you been with this run of wins City are putting together?
Yeah, it's been unbelievable. Just before that as well, we obviously had the little sticky patch, 2 losses, and everyone was saying, how are we going to come into these games? A lot of tricky games, and they're so often, so frequent as well. Just every 3 or 4 days we've got a game, different competitions, fighting on all the different fronts. And we've done well, 5 wins, convincing wins at times as well. I think the first couple, the Leeds game, the Fulham game, won by a single goal. It was a little bit leaky with some of the goals we conceded, but then so convincing after that. 5 wins, the game at the Bernabeu, so impressive. And in that game, I think even more impressive against Palace, 3-0.
Yeah.
We come into this, and like you said, it's a chance to get ourselves into the semi-final of the League Cup. So I'm really impressed with how we've done the last few weeks.
And off that, Stephen, Pep has spoke about that there would be changes. I think he's also, said, listen, let's be honest, that the next important game, of course, is going to be West Ham, the Premier League. We do want to try and take the opportunity, because to get the chance to get to a semi-final is the chance to get to a final. Not only is it, important for the team, but for the squad of players tonight that have been chosen, changes, how important is it for them as well?
Yeah, it's massively important. I think we forget as well that there's been such a shift in the makeup of this squad over the past 12 to 18 months that most of these players just aren't used to Carabao Cup finals. You used to call it the Manchester City Cup, and that's not the thing for Shirky, for Nico Gonzalez, for Reinders and all these people, and so many, most of the squad, most of the starters today. So I do believe winning trophies, success breeds success, and the more trophies you win, the more visits to Wembley, the more you get the taste of it. And I think for these players, they need that collectively, that first win, that first taste of silverware. And I think it's absolutely huge for them.
Off that, let's look at then some of them changes. I will begin at the back. Bar Nico O'Reilly, we've spoke about him so much. We know he's been in imperious form. But Rico Lewis right back, really delighted to see Kusanov and Ake, and with James Trafford in goal as well, Luke.
Yeah, well, Trafford obviously started the season, Donnarumma came in, and it might have been a little bit difficult for him, but like Pep said, he's going to get games, and this is a great opportunity for him in net. And then Nathan Ake, I believe the captain, shows, how far he's come in a City shirt, coming in at the end of that run of those 4 League Cup wins in a row, and now he's such a superior character in the dressing room. Clearly, he's the captain tonight. Cousin of a young head next to him that I'm sure will be able to guide through the game. And I thought he was so good at the start of the season, him as well. And unfortunately, he came off injured. He was playing right back against Arsenal, came off at half-time injured. And I think he was really promising before then, but unfortunately for him, he's not quite had as many minutes maybe as he'd have wanted. But tonight, great chance for him to play in a big game. And
they are going to be tested, Stephen. We're going to bring you the Brentford team in a little bit. Alistair Mann's going to bring us that with Kit Simons, who's on your commentary team this evening. But Brentford, they do like to hit us on the attack, so they are going to be tested, I think, in moments tonight.
There's never really an easy game against Brentford, and for them as well, this is going to mean an awful lot. Like we're relatively used as a club to reaching this stage, but look, they got a chance to get to the final potentially. This is a much changed Manchester City side, and for them it'll be absolutely huge. And they've got a lot of experience, a lot of Premier League experience, a lot of quality. People like Damsgaard and no Thiago, which is a big blow for them today, but still they're a really good side. And I know they're only 15th in the Premier League this season, but they're very much under transition, given the loss of Mbeumo and Visser and so on, and of course the manager and Flecken in goal. But they're still very much built in the same image of the Brentford side that's given us so much trouble. And it's a big game for them, of course it is. I think it's a big game for anyone at this stage. As I said, you're only 2 games away from Wembley. That matters to the travelling fans. It matters to the players who don't get a chance to be there very often. They'll absolutely want to win this, and they, from their perspective, they'll smell blood, because City, maybe they would argue, have eyes on other prizes. And look, we want to win this, of course you do. But I think it's fair to say for City, the priority list is probably different to that it is for Brentford. And they'll know that as a club, and they'll make it very difficult for City tonight.
They're going to make it difficult as well, probably when they're in their defensive structure, probably sitting a little bit in a low block, as teams tend to do here at the Etihad. Yeah. So how important are Savinho and Oscar Bob going to be? And what would you like to see from them? Because don't know, I feel, they've not had the most chances to show what they can do. But I think back to that Leverkusen game, the chances that they have had to show what they're about, not quite shown the glimpses of what we
You know, that is a ridiculous
Great fun though.
precedent to set. And I know the manager's changed, but Keith Andrews has come in. A lot of people are questioning that. A lot of transfer business for them this summer. I think they've done pretty well, to be honest. Like Stephen said, it's a real transition of a season. And they really played a big game against us earlier in the season. We got that 1-0 win. Haaland with a great goal in that game, real strength to score that goal. But it was really difficult to break them down. I think they're going to make a lot of chances, and I can see a lot of goals in this game tonight, to be honest. So I'm hoping, Oscar Bob and Savinho can do the goods on the wing.
Yeah, nice and entertaining game. Divine Mukasa is the man who's been asked to fill Erling Haaland's shoes, big boots to fill. As we know, we lost obviously Omar Mamouche and Ait Nouri have gone over for the African Cup of Nations. With Divine Mukasa, we know how highly thought of he is here. I think he struggled a little bit. I think, was it in the Huddersfield game?
Yeah.
Didn't quite get to see the best of him. We've got to remember he's not quite playing his favoured position, but what are you hoping to see from him, Stephen?
I mean, he'll learn from that. I wouldn't be surprised if it's quite a fluid system with Shirky as well going that role. They'll switch.
Yeah.
It'll be like a pair of false nines almost, or false eights that look to get forward and become nines or whatever. He'll learn from that. I think Mikasa, as O'Reilly probably was when he first came through, and even Phil, Rico to a different extent, they're just happy to be on the pitch. And the qualities that he's got, like, you learn as well from testing yourself in different roles. He's an 8. He's most comfortable there, obviously, but he's learning to, have these elite centre backs at your back, pressing you, and learning how to hold himself against professional footballers, Premier League footballers of the highest quality. And you have to learn that physicality. It'll make him a more well-rounded footballer. He'll learn an awful lot from that, and I think he'll be desperate to be more involved than he was in Huddersfield. We got the assist in the game before that, of course, as well. Quality footballer, and he'll just be happy to be on the pitch.
Luke, we were speaking last time we were in here together. We were all getting very excited and licking our lips at the prospect of Ryan Shirky starting since then, and it's great for us to be back together. But how much has he kicked on? And we're going to look at some of his assists now. Pep's actually chosen him to start, which shows the trust. But
absolutely,
he just seems to be growing in confidence, in impacting the game. Talk me through what you've been making of his
absolutely unbelievable. You look at this game here, he got 2 assists in that, and since then he's now gone on to be the current highest assister in the Premier League. He's got
crazy
7.
after 6 games, isn't it?
He's got 7 assists. His record in terms of output, goals and assists, is ridiculous when you look at his his totals. So he's looking really good. Only seen, a glimpse of what's to come, hopefully. Seeing 7 or 8 games, like you said, he's looking so good, and you can see here some of the, that one there is an assist, but Diaz will be claiming that one a little bit more than him. What a goal that was. But so many good assists, and he's got everything. He's got the one, the header. He's got this in the locker with a nice little Rabona cross, which I was frothing at, to be honest.
Yeah, same.
I think we were so excited, weren't we, when he started against Bournemouth? Because I think with some players, you feel it, you sense that there's something a little bit special here.
Yeah.
We've been so lucky as City fans to witness Yaya and Aguero's debut all those years ago, and then De Bruyne and David Silva, Bernardo Silva. You know a special player when you see one, and more than anyone else in football of the last 10 years, Manchester City fans are qualified to recognise a gifted attacking midfielder. And Shirky, you could just tell after 5 minutes of watching him in the blue shirt, this kid's got it.
Yeah.
And it's so gratifying to watch that Bournemouth game back, and us feel it as fans, as pundits, whatever, and go, I can't wait to see him, and come back a month or 2 later and go, that was justified. He's a special footballer.
They had down in my notes here on the script talking about there was Foden list. You talk about who would be a KDB replacement, and I don't know. Obviously, I think we would make the argument for Foden initially, but it does feel, I think, the magic and the player who sees a pass or will do something that you don't expect. It feels that Shirky might be the one to fill his boots. Then I took it further and went, well, and then it feels like Foden would be the David Silva. I don't know. I feel like there's a partnership growing there that emulates them two a little bit, because more the tempo that Phil can dictate.
What a great conversation this is to be having, by the way.
No, it is.
We're talking about potentially 2 of our best ever players in history.
Yeah.
And we're now saying who could fill in those boots. And
yes, that's a great
To
point.
an extent, Foden and Shirky are both giving it a go, so that's exactly what you want. I was looking at some stuff, and I think when Foden was in the academy, they were even trying to emulate the stuff David Silva was doing with him at such a young age. So you'd like to think that if he can get anywhere near what David Silva did for the club, that'd be unbelievable. And the same with KDB.
Statistically, it makes sense as well. I saw, I think, the other day where the second assist is the pass before the assist. Phil Foden's got more than anyone else in the Premier League this season. A lot of people look at Phil Foden and go, oh, he doesn't create because he hasn't got 20 assists. The amount of times he's involved,
he's at the heart.
Before the assist, the amount of time you'll read so many times over the next few years, Foden to Shirky, goal. Someone else, he'll always pass it to Shirky, he'll do the final ball. But David Silva was the same. David Silva wasn't getting 20 assists a season. He was often playing the ball in behind to the overlapping fullback, or the ball to De Bruyne, which you'd find him in space to do what De Bruyne did. And I think there's a very similar dynamic, forming between the pair of them. And it works. It works. Phil's more likely to score a goal. He's more likely to play the pre-assist. But Shirky he's more De Bruyne coded. Absolutely. To me, he's somewhere between a young Bernardo Silva and De Bruyne, which is a tantalising combination. Whereas there's a bit of like goal scoring of De Bruyne for Foden, with a bit of David Silva, a lovely combination of players. And I think Phil is aware of Shirky. He's more inclined to make that pass. I think he's fine with it for us.
Yeah,
it's a beautiful partnership.
It's a beautiful partnership. And the only reason as well I say the other comparison is, and Pep has really spoke about this quite a lot throughout the seasons, but he did it again after the Palace game, where talking about Phil's next big lesson is learning to control the tempo of the game. And when you get to speak to ex-players, a lot of them always say 9 times out of 10 you always felt the game was being played at David Silva's pace. He was the one that was control, and it feels like that's Phil's next kind of string to add to his bow, I guess, Luke.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're just seeing that goal there. I think you can play the game to Foden's pace quite often when he just pops one in from the edge of the box. I think he's got the most goals from the edge of the box of anyone in the last 3 seasons.
So good there, isn't he?
He's just so good. He just daggers them in, directs them in. He can be bottom corner, top corner, left, right. Good night, to be honest. And that's exactly what you want from a player of Phil's ability. And he's doing it this season for us every week. So that's what we want.
I think it was second half the other day where he dropped deeper and we were much more effective. He was getting the ball off the fullbacks and so on, and being a little bit deeper, a little bit more, and not quite as aggressive in the press, but actually supporting the defenders a little bit more, and just doing stuff that he would never have been trusted by Guardiola to do a few years back, because he didn't have the game experience. And we forget Phil, he's several years into his career now, and I guess we also forget as well that David Silva was 23 when he joined us. He wasn't 17 years old like Phil Foden. It took him he was great immediately, but the very best version of David Silva was multiple years into his Manchester City career.
For sure.
When he was mid to late 20s, pushing 30. Phil's got 4 or 5 years to reach that level yet. And I don't see why he won't get better, right? I think a lot of that, when the tempo thing, comes from experience as well as seniority. When the team trusts that you can be the metronome, when they know that you'll use the ball correctly because you've been there 1,000 times and you know exactly what to do with the ball at the Bernabeu or at Anfield away because you're fearless. And I think that's where Phil Foden's heading. Yeah,
absolutely, gents. Lovely conversation to start the show. Let's pause here in the studio then. As I mentioned earlier, Alistair Mann and Kit Simons are your commentary team on the City app. Their pitch side, they're going to give us their thoughts and also bring us the Brentford team news.
Yeah, welcome to Pitchside, where I'm delighted to say on commentary duty with me today is the former City centre-half, Kit Simons. Kit, you're more than welcome. We've had a couple of minutes to digest City's team. Any surprises in there for you?
Not really. I think we expected a few changes. So it's quite an opportunity for a few players to come in. Still looks a very strong lineup.
In many ways, that Bayer Leverkusen lesson was an interesting one for those who came in. Will they be determined to put on a better show today?
I think so. They will be. I mean, that was disappointing, the performance against Leverkusen. People were given an opportunity, didn't really step up and take it. So, we know they're better players than they showed on that night. So they'll be really keen to put that right tonight, I think.
And the reality is that the Carabao Cup, they're only a couple of wins away from Wembley. It's a genuine opportunity for early silverware.
Absolutely, not to be sneezed at. I mean, it's a competition Pep's always taken seriously, and this club have got a good, strong history of winning, so I'll look to do it again this year for sure.
Well, we're going to give you the Brentford lineup before we chat some more. This is how Brentford are lining up this evening. In goal, they made 6 changes, by the way. Valdimarsson has come in goal. Coyote, Collins, Vandenberg, Ayer and Henry. So 3 of the back 4. Looks as though they're playing with a back 5 tonight. 2 holders, Yarmolyuk and Janelt. And then Damsgaard, Jensen and Schade. So no Igor Thiago, their top scorer. No Henderson. I don't think we're expecting either of them two to play. Maybe, possibly Thiago on the bench, but he's not even among the bench. And actually, looking at their bench, Kit, it doesn't look as though Brentford have got too much in reserve tonight.
No, not particularly. They've sort of gone for it and put a strong line out, strong starting 11 out. But looking at the bench, certainly I know which bench I'd prefer to have, and ours is loaded absolutely.
Obviously, because it looks like a back 5. What particular problems does that pose to City?
Well, I think it's that they're doing the back 5 to try and nullify City more than cause them problems. I mean, they've got quality up front. You know, they've got some good players. They played the back five. I watched the game we played down there, and it's a very similar lineup, like defensively they'll be going for. And it was, you know, there's only one goal in the game, and Haaland got the better of Aya, basically. He got in a 1v1 situation with him and got the better of him and scored. So I think, you know, certainly City, from their point of view, will be looking to do similar type of things tonight. Obviously, Haaland's on the bench tonight, so be interesting to see with Devine coming in up top how he actually plays, if he tries to play the similar sort of role that Erling Haaland plays, but virtually impossible because there's only one Erling Haaland, as we know. But it'll be an interesting one to see tonight for sure, yeah.
And of course, there's no extra time. We go straight to penalties. And the same as for City, Brentford are probably thinking, we've got a chance of getting to Wembley too. That makes them dangerous, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And I mean, over the years, I've seen a lot of Brentford City Brentford games, and they've generally been pretty close, and Brentford have caused problems, and there's been a few nervy moments. Like I say, even the game down there earlier on, it was only like a 1-0, and it was a pretty tight game sort of thing. So yeah, they can cause problems, Brentford. They fancy their chances tonight. They've got nothing to lose, really.
Well, the final question I always put to my co-commentator is, what does your gut feeling tell you about how this game is going to unfold?
I think the form City are in, and I think having had that Leverkusen sort of upset, I'm expecting things to go well tonight. I'm expecting players like Turkey to be getting on the ball and really pull the strings and have a bit of fun tonight.
Sounds like an entertaining game. Join us, of course, for the commentary. Download the app, and myself and Kit will bring you the entire game. As I say, no extra time. If it's level, it goes straight to penalties. Let's hope it doesn't go to that. Back to you.
Thank you, Ali. Thank you, Kit. And thank you to you for joining us. Now we're going to have a little bit of discussion around Brentford team news. And do not go anywhere, because I'm not going to reveal who, but we've got a very special Manchester City Academy player. Join us in just a moment. Stephen, I want to begin there with the formation. They obviously mentioned that it's looking like a back five. Kit kind of touched upon it. Does that then make it harder tonight for the likes of Savinho and, of course, Oscar Bob?
Yes. And sort of no, you know, it's pretty much, they play against the back five pretty regularly in the Premier League, and it's something that they'll be, you know, they'll prepare for. It makes it important that they keep the width, because they're going to, you know, obviously keep the width naturally with the wing backs and so on. I think we're going to have to get forward and support them a little bit. There's going to be an awful lot of pressure on them to deliver with, essentially, it'll be a flat back five most of the time, presuming, you know, we keep the ball as well as we do. So they know the pressure comes with the territory when you play for Manchester City anyway. It's nothing new for them, you know. Savinho's just come on, won a penalty, you know, at Bernabeu the other day. So like, sorry, Bernabeu the other day was thinking,
yeah,
Palace the other day, but he should have got a penalty. Yeah. We won't talk about that any further. But they're used to the pressure of playing against, you know, big defenders, so I don't think they'll be too bothered about a five at the back against Brentford.
As much as we've brought in a whole host of changes, are you surprised at how many Brentford have done there, Luke? As well?
Yeah,
obviously, no Jordan Henderson, Rutara as well, who's their record signing from the summer.
Yeah, a couple in there. Just
well.
About managing your squad at this point in the season. You're playing games every 3 or 4 days, like we said. And as much as we've got to make changes, and Brentford will value this competition, they know this is a tough game, they've got to make some changes. We saw them go up against Arsenal, I believe, a few weeks ago, and they made a couple of changes there as well. You've just got to rotate your squad. You can't play the same 11 players every week. You've got to change it up. They have changed it up, and like we said, Igor Thiago, not even in the squad, as far as I believe. He's been banging him in this season, so it's you know, a good play to see not available in a way for us, yeah.
I wondered as well, just obviously spending time with a lot of other kind of fans from different clubs, what do you think Brentford fans are making of their season so far? It has been a season of transition, losing some big names as well. You mentioned at the start, you know, Mbeumo, Visser, 2 huge names. It's always going to be difficult.
The manager as well, Thomas Frank, he's been so fundamental to what they do, and Brentford are the kind of side that punch above their weight to an extent. They're all about great recruitment, about data analytics and so on, and I think they're such a club that thrives off rhythm and consistency. You know, those players are experienced, they understand the system, and if you lose players so core to their identity, in Mbeumo and Visser, Flecken in goal, who's always electric against us annoyingly, but then of course the manager who underpins their entire philosophy, you're going to feel that. Now Keith Andrews has come in and he's got a real hard task there to keep up those standards. But the thing is as well, the Premier League's so tight these days, and it's so difficult that you could be 15th and you could be, you know, 8th a few games later with a few wins. So they'll understand, the fans, that this is it's a big ask for them this season. They're clearly in a bit of a state of flux given all the changes, but they've still got quality there, you know. Lost Norgard as well, didn't they, as well? Forgot about that. He's another quality player, and he's gone on to be a backup at Arsenal, barely played. So I don't think any team could lose that many key players and not feel it. But they're still going to be okay, most likely, and I think that's the most important thing for them.
Just wanted to pick up on, we just saw him warming up out there. He's just behind us, James Trafford. Whenever I see him on the pitch, I'm buzzing. I'm excited to see him obviously come back into the fold, and also what he gets up to this evening.
Yeah, definitely. Well, he's such an unbelievable keeper. We saw him at Burnley last season. I don't think he conceded more than a single goal in the league all year. Kept about 30 clean sheets, and obviously he's a product of our academy as well, so it's great to see him coming through. Maybe not gone exactly how we'd have hoped when he came in, but when you've got the best goalkeeper in the world in front of you, you can't really have better competition than that. So he's going to do his best. We've got him in, obviously, tonight, and I'm hoping he can put in a good performance.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, gents. Now, I think we've done this for you before in previous seasons, Luke, but for the Leeds game a couple of weeks ago, we sent one of our team along to follow one of our Manchester City fans and content creator, Matt Kerr. So let's take a look how he got on when he went up to the Leeds game at Ellen Road.
Hi, my name's Matt, massive City fan. Today it's City v Leeds, 3 o'clock kickoff. Come and follow me for my matchday experience. All right, I'm here in the Waldorf. It's 12 o'clock, I thought, great time and going to get a seat. As you can see, it's absolutely packed with City fans in here. The atmosphere is brilliant, can't complain. Pat Vasahi, happy days. All right, I'm upstairs now, got a table, enjoying this bad boy. Gonna look at my fantasy team. Got a triple captain Ireland today, guys. Come on, Leeds, we've got to fancy it. Gonna catch up with a few City fans in here as well. And then, I'll just relax, then meet up with my dad later on. As long as I can remember, I've been wearing blue and white. I touched on earlier before to you know, that where I grew up there was a lot of United fans, a lot of Liverpool fans. I was the only City fan in school and stuff like that. I stuck by the team, stuck by my club, stayed loyal and reaped the rewards as the years went on. It's a family connection as well with me. You know, City, it's a family club. You look around, everyone here, they're with their relatives, with their friends. Such a lovely club. And like I say, you know, with my dad's connection, my family connection, my dad being from Manchester, it's in my blood really. So I don't have a choice. But it is, I'm very proud to be a City fan.
I'm guessing your kids don't have a choice,
They won't have a choice. No way, no way. Whew. Right, we've left the Waldorf, couple of pints in there. Feeling good, feeling confident now for the match. It wasn't so much before. But yeah, hopefully we don't get absolutely soaked on the walk to meet my dad. Oi, this way, not this one. Come on. I've spotted my dad. He's parked up. Let's go get him. Come on. Hi, Dad. You all right, Al?
Good to see you. So when did you all start supporting City?
Go on. The day I was born. So that's May 9th, 2003. I think Dad just put us in City kits, really, and that was that really.
Yeah, literally the same as me. And
what about you, Dad?
1976. That's my earliest memory.
Black and white days. We didn't play in blue and white, it was black and white.
Dennis Stewart's overhead kick at Wembley, that's my earliest memory.
Floated in towards Tommy Booth. Oh, and what a goal by Stewart! What a goal!
It was a wonderful goal, wonderful moment. And that was it, the dream was alive. Love the match pie, love the match pie. Part of the routine, multi pie, yeah, let's have it.
As you can see, we're in, we're settled, guys acquired. I mean, we were starving coming in, so yeah. We're going to tuck into this one, enjoy the music, soak up the atmosphere.
This is my family, but these are my other family. This is where it's at. It's all in here. They'll all tell you that as well. It's part of your very being.
Yeah.
When you've been brought up on it. You know, it was in me from an early age, but you've had it even earlier, so you don't know anything else. So I've ingrained it in you.
First came Like when we first got season tickets, we were right in the front row, but we worked our way back a little bit. The goals we've seen here, like the company goal, you know, all from these seats. So I don't like score predictions, but I'll do it. I'll do it for you because I like it. I'm going to go like 3-1 City.
2-1 City.
I'm going to break a habit. I don't like to do that. What am I going to say there? City win 3-0.
I like it. Come on, City. Full time. City 3, Leeds 2. Phil Foden scores right at the death. The roof went off. It was amazing. You can hear it in my voice. I need a cough sweet or something, but I'm not going to have a cough sweet. I'm going to go off into town now, celebrate with some of my mates, have a few jars, and yeah, come on City, up the Blues.
Thank you to Matt Kerr there, and I want to say a massive thank you and a huge welcome into the studio. One of our very own from our academy, Harrison Miles. Good evening, my friend.
Thanks for having me on.
First of all, how are we feeling about the game today? Are we excited? Do you think we can do the business?
Yeah, I think City are going to be. I think they're going to have a good chance of winning the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think we'll win the game, yeah.
That's the confidence, which is what we like here in the studio. We've got Luke and Stephen in here as well. Harrison, so delighted to have you. I mean, I've got notes here and there's so much for us to talk about because obviously you've been here now just over a year. You've had the Under-17 World Cup, trained with the first team. You obviously as well were in, I think, the squad for the EDS for the Real Madrid game. Yeah. How much have you enjoyed your first year and a bit here at City?
Yeah, I think the first year here has been amazing. All the opportunities that I've had, as you've mentioned. Yeah. Obviously, also going away with England and stuff like that has been amazing.
Can we start with that? Obviously, the Under-17 World Cup, and I think it was great for City fans as well to have so many of our boys represented there. How did you find the tournament?
Yeah, the whole setup of the tournament was amazing. I think FIFA done amazing with that. The challenge, obviously, playing at a world tournament was crazy. And obviously experience for all of us involved in the tournament for England was amazing.
Does it feel, obviously, when you're so used to playing with your first team, like, is there a different, this might be an obvious question, but when you're going away with the England team, is it a different feel and an experience for you as players? I guess it's quite fun.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a challenge because you've got to mix with loads of different players from other teams, obviously play different styles of football, so the time it takes to gel can take a while sometimes, depending on who's in the team and the personalities that we've got in the team. But I feel like the team that we had out there definitely gelled very well, and yeah, I think we performed well.
I think you performed as well. I mean, were you happy with your own performance? We're going to bring some goals that you've scored as well.
We were showing the goal. I was showing the guys your goal.
Yeah.
The 80-yard run away.
Yeah.
You're like the keeper's like that in thankfully.
I think can we play? We're going to play some of them now. With this one is obviously not for England. This was against game against United. Obviously, talk us through this one. It just kind of well worked.
Yeah, I think we were 2-0 down in the first half, and we was like, we've got to come out and win this. Like we can't let the Reds beat us. You know what I mean? So yeah, we worked very hard to get back in this, and I think this was the third goal.
Yes. Knee slide as well.
Yeah, of course.
Nice. You knew where the camera was there, didn't you? Get the photo, profile picture.
The squad though here as well. I mean, when you come as well, there are just so many gifted players all around the pitch.
Yeah, there's so many gifted players. You've got our two centre backs, Caden and Leke, rocks at the back. Our midfield is a joke. Everyone that plays in there. Our attackers, you've got Chris, you've got Teddy Lamb, Kylan, you've got just everyone's.
I mean, Teddy as well is having a fantastic season.
He's amazing.
That one.
Pick that one out though.
That. Yeah.
That. Come on.
I got a bit of stick after the game because I had a few shots on the edge of the box and they said one had to go in. You know what I mean?
It's an odds game.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
That must feel good though. You know, was that one of them when you felt it come off your boot? You're like,
yeah. The ball came out to me and I thought I've got to have a shot here because like it opened up for me.
It's funny you say that, mate. We've lined up the other 4 misses as well.
With your position as well, I mean, interesting, and I want to come into when you've come into the first team environment, but are the players, I mean, maybe City players as well, but or other players that you'd like to model your game? You know, if we've got fans that don't really get to watch the academy as much, and we implore you do, because we do cover the games, who do you model your game on?
What, for the academy?
Yeah, or in yourself as well as a player.
I'd say as a player, like, you obviously look at the best in the world. So obviously, Rodri is one of them, obviously before his injuries.
For sure.
Like, do you know what I mean? But even players like Jordan Henderson, like for his character and the way he leads a team, like, I value that quite a lot.
For sure.
Who else? Tony Kroos, like with his passing and his intellectual like game and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they're the 3.
You kind of want to take ingredients from all of them. And talk to us about coming into, I mean, this one thing as City fans we get so excited for, but coming into the first team environment. Now, I know you trained with the squad yesterday, but you've actually been around the first team quite a few times this season. So
a few times,
How is that, you know, when you get to go and train with Pep and the first team?
Yeah, a lot of it's, when I've been going in there, it's been like they've been prepping for a game. So like even the buzz around the day before they're training and that and the way they are as a team, it kind of just inspires you a little bit to think, this is where I want to be, this is where I want to get to. And
again, obvious question, but when we talk about, you know, the equality, and when you get to suddenly be is it kind of extraordinary?
Yeah, I think
he's gonna say nah, it's easy, mate. I told him a few things.
I think you definitely feel the pace, the change of pace in their game. Like everything's so crisp, but everything's so fast.
Yeah.
The way that they move the ball, especially being at City as well. City's a possession-based team, isn't it? So
for sure.
The way they move the ball around, the way they're connected with each other, you can definitely tell they're a team.
Yeah. And I guess as well with that, then you're unable to then take that kind of energy and feel, and then you bring that back to when you're playing in, you know, whichever age group.
Exactly.
We've got a few academy players in the team, and I know we spoke about Phil, but a quick word first one, Divine Mukasa. I think he as well lives around the academy as well, doesn't it? How does it feel when you get to see, you know, someone you probably played with, who you see around a lot more in the starting 11?
I was playing with him last year, and then all of a sudden he's out there playing for the first team. So I mean, it's good for him. And I hope to be out there one day as well.
I'm sure you absolutely will be. I wanted to get a quick word as well, and gents, I need to ask you about this, but we've obviously got 2 other lads, but a name that really, another one that's highly thought of in the academy, Fooney, of course, the centre. You played with Fooney as well. He seems to be quite a player as well.
Yeah, I like Steph. Yeah, he's funny. Like his characteristics and stuff is really good, but like on the pitch and that, you know what you're getting from him.
Yeah.
It's class.
I've seen him do some big, powerful runs from centre. He does really feel one of them that not only can do it in the defensive side, but the top end of the pitch as well.
Reminds me of Oscar Vardiol. Like he really does. He's so similar. Like he's so techie for a defender, and equally comfortable on the left, isn't he, as he is at centre back, and he scored some wonderful goals. He scored a goal recently where he cut in on his right foot, and it was the Vardiol Real Madrid goal again, all over again. So he's quality.
You can see as well, Luke, I know, you know, this is why I even just had buzz off getting to bring you in, because for us fans, not only we love the team, but we know now, you know, the quality of the academy, and to think, you know, what's able we're going to see over the next few years. It is so exciting, isn't it?
It's scary for me. I'm 22 now, and I still see myself as young. You got lads.
You are, trust me, you are young.
Of age. It's unbelievable to see the talent we've got coming through the academy, and that's obviously why we've invested so heavily in it. And it's great to see. It really is.
And I just want to do one final word, and obviously the man that almost kind of, I guess, was created the path for all of you guys is Phil Foden.
Yeah.
What is he like to train with? And it does feel like, I don't know, when we watch him now, and he spoke about that he's got the experience now to give to you guys. Does he able to do that, Harrison?
Yeah, definitely. When the younger players, the academy players step up, he's definitely very welcoming, and he sort of gets you involved, passing you the ball and stuff. And he's definitely a good person to be around.
For sure, leading by example now as well.
Exactly.
And we were saying it's kind of frightening to see what he's done already so far, Stephen. At
25, mate. He's won it all. He's won everything. He's 25 years old. I feel like he's got so much more to offer as well, football in general as a sport. Like he could just develop so much more, and he's achieved that much. And I can't wait to see what Harrison Miles does in a few years' time. So.
Well, that's kind of just to kind of wrap up this chat, Harrison. What obviously this season, what kind of would you be hoping for, and how you see, you know, kind of looking ahead as well for yourself?
Definitely as a team, like for team objectives, definitely like for the under-18s, winning the league. Hopefully going on to win the Youth Cup.
Yep.
trying to get into the final again, just trying to win everything basically. And then individually, like for me, trying to push, obviously training with the 21s, playing for the 21s, and then into the first team. Then we can take it on from there.
Yeah, then I'll be reading your name out when I give the starting 11.
Hopefully.
No, it's coming that, Harrison. Now, we're going to keep you in for this because I think we've got, well, given that he loves to score a goal from outside the box, we've asked Manchester City fans to send in their Christmas crackers. So we asked you to send in some of your best goals from either Sunday League or five-a-side. Now, we've chosen 4, okay? And then we're going to put that to a poll on YouTube. And the winner of that poll, as chosen by you, the City fans, is going to win, right on cue, this ball signed by Erling Haaland, but we need to see which 4 we're putting into the poll. So let's take a look at this first one. So this one was sent in by Ndella Roberto, and we've actually got a professional footballer that can actually cast their eye over it.
Let's have a look.
Little five-a-side from the keeper.
No way.
Oh! He did not mean that, but I love it.
Yeah,
brilliant.
That is out. I mean, that's outrageous.
Yeah, that's outrageous.
If you're on the other team there,
Edison.
I'd be fuming.
Especially the size of the goals as well. I think
I know, it's like that big, isn't it?
Almost, yeah, you've got to
Can we see one more? That is outrageous. Let's have a...
So he's dropped it down. He's looking for a pass there, isn't it?
Technical
Is he
quality
looking for a
there
pass?
is...
I don't know, maybe he's gone for it.
Yeah,
ball,
good
that, innit?
strike, yeah.
Maybe he's gone for it. Maybe he's gone for it there.
I mean, I actually don't know how that gets topped, but let's see what this comes from. This is from Josiah. He sent this, and this is goal number 2. Okay, now this looks like it's from back.
Oh, go on, lad.
Oh, no.
Oh, I thought he was going to shoot then.
Okay, where's he taking it? I mean, I think... Oh, see you later.
Oh.
I tell you
what. We need to make sure this is actually in.
That was Zlatan. Sure, that was just pure Zlatan.
We like that one.
That was ridiculous.
There is, we're asking questions of how long ago that is from, because I think the quality says he's been rolling back the years. But,
he's 47 years old now.
Goal number 3 is more recent. This is Brooklyn DeCosta who sent this in.
Oh, a nice bit of HD footage now.
I know.
There we go. Okay.
Grass has just been cut.
Brooklyn DeCosta as well. This lad's obviously going to be
Also,
good.
that grass, by the way, does not look fun to play on.
Oh, lovely Brooklyn.
Nice little finish, that.
We take that.
He's got the celebration as well.
Like it.
You're part of the pitch there as well, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, outside the box.
Pick it out.
Exactly.
And finally, goal number 4 from Seth Norton. Let's see what Seth sent us in.
Kick clash there, surely.
I tell you what, now that's Harrison Miles if ever I saw one. I don't know where that's been sent in from.
Identical. Identical, isn't it?
Right, now if you want to cast a vote, so the winner of whoever you choose will win that football signed by Erling Haaland. The poll is on YouTube. So if you watch on there or you can get on YouTube, you can choose which is your favourite. We might go back to them in just a little bit. Now, someone who does, before I go, what was your favourite?
Go on.
Probably the second one for me, I reckon.
Yeah, the second one.
I'm not sure that was his.
Yeah.
I still think
was that his goal? I think the goal he's scoring those.
Yeah, probably.
And he's gassed when he's got the clip, isn't he? Really?
Yeah, that is filmed. But
I like the second one.
The second one.
The second one.
Second one was outrageous. I did like the first. Now, someone else who knows a thing or two about scoring goals is one of our very own, Bunny Shaw. She hit her 100th City goal this week against Villa. Let's take a little look at that and see what she made of it all.
For me, she is one of the best strikers in the world.
I think she's world class. I think she's so difficult to play against. Enjoy watching her. She's a phenomenal player.
Golden Boot winner Bunny Shaw.
Bunny Shaw, debut goal scorer.
She's curious and becoming better.
I think her finishing is, one of the best in the league.
Typically clinical finish for Bunny Shaw.
In front of goal, you put your mortgage on her scoring.
These your Bunny Shaw, ruthless.
I love Bunny. I think, she's an unbelievable striker. Bunny's on the pitch. She is most likely going to score. This ball could not be a great cross, but she could get a powerful header on it. All of a sudden, it would be in the net.
Bunny Shaw, we speak a lot about her and I still don't think she gets as much credit as she should be getting, really.
I enjoy the big games. I love playing football.
Super number 9, top goal scorer.
I don't think anyone can come close.
And listen, I think anytime you have Bunny Shaw on your team, you're going to score goals.
This is stunning for Bunny Shaw. Wow.
Keep providing her chances, she's going to score them. She's got every little bit that you need as a top striker.
She's Man City. Synonymously, they're like the same thing, It's not City without Bunny Shaw.
And it's a landmark goal for Bunny Shaw. Makes it 100 goals for Manchester City.
100 more is a push, but it's not impossible.
I was reading something the other day, Stephen, which was speaking about that she's very quickly and almost as within that assured herself as a WSL legend. Since she's joined the club, she's been in imperious form and also has really helped City kind of grow into the force they are this season, because as we know, our women's are sitting at the top of the WSL.
Well, if they win it this season, it's down to Bunny Shaw, more or less. She's breaking records for City. She's the first ever to reach 100 goals for the women's side. A special footballer doing special things, and I do believe City don't achieve what they've done or come close as they have over the years without Bunny Shaw. She's just a special footballer. And would you believe we've got the two best nines in the game in the country?
Yeah.
Bunny and Erling, it's not bad, is it? We're very blessed as City fans.
I can imagine for defenders, Harrison, when you come up against someone like a Bunny Shaw or Haaland, who's so physical, it makes it so difficult.
Yeah, no, it does. I feel sorry for the defenders that play against them, you know what I mean? But yeah, I think you've just got to find another way of getting around them.
For sure. And does it then know as well, say for yourself, and obviously we talked about Ted Lamb before as well.
Yeah.
They're able to hold the ball up or draw defenders. Does that create space then for you a little bit more?
Yeah, definitely. Teddy's very good at holding the ball up, so I know I can get the ball off him when it's getting played into him to feet.
He can come off.
Yeah.
How impressed have you been with him this year? I mean, because again, that's another so many names that get spoken about.
Yeah, definitely. He's just he's a goal scorer, isn't he? I know he's going to score every single game. I know he's going to get a chance, and I know he's going to score. And he's been very reliable for us so far this season.
Must give you, Luke, and by the way, we're going to get a clip of Luke scoring a goal.
It's a good goal, this one.
At half-time,
I've seen it,
don't worry about that. But it's like when you see a Haaland on the pitch now, when you see the form that Foden's in, for the other team, knowing there's goals in this team now, because there was a lot of chat, wasn't there, at the start of the season. We were just relying on Haaland, but now we've got goals, it seems like, from all over.
Must send shivers down the spines of defenders looking at Foden just pop them in from the edge of the box. We saw him a couple of seasons ago, won the PFA Player of the Year, and it looks like he's getting back to them levels. I don't want to jinx him or anything, but he looks really on top form, and every time he gets on the edge of the box, that's a real threat, because these teams that are setting up to just defend, how can you defend against Foden just popping it in off the post, popping it in top corner? It must be so difficult for them. So yeah, it's exactly what we want, and Phil's been at it this season.
He has indeed. He's only just getting going as well. Right, gents, let's play another little game. This is Ghosts of City, past, present and future. Of course, we're building up to Christmas, so we thought we'd do a game inspired by that. We're going to have 3 players, one from the past, one from the present, one from the future. We're going to bring you clues, and as a team, we have to try and work out which these players are, okay? So we're going to begin with our Manchester City player from the past. He played as a forward for us between 2018 and 2023. He's competed in tournaments such as the World Cup and AFCON. Steve,
do we say now? Or?
I mean, if you want to go in straight away.
Riyad Mahrez.
Yeah. Riyad Mahrez. I think the first touch.
Yeah, I mean, the first touch is the biggest maybe.
Yeah.
I would go as far to say I think the best player I've seen in a City shirt with the first touch. And there's been many that have been better than that, really.
Jerky's giving him a bit of competition now.
To be fair.
There's so many, isn't it? Phil, Bernardo, it's just ridiculous.
Phil as well, actually. I see Phil do something every game.
He's in the top 10, put it that way.
Yeah, he's in the top 10. Okay, this is Manchester City player of the present. So joined in 2019, played in the World Cup and the Euros, and he was also still studying a degree in business administration when he joined.
They could have whacked a Ballon d'Or clue on there as well, mate.
There it is, Luke. There it is. Who are we saying, Luke?
Yeah, I'm going with Rodri there.
There we go. That's it.
Rodrigo Cascante.
Okay, and final one. So currently plays for Manchester City. Started his youth career at the age of 5. Made his senior debut for City in a 2-0 win away against Huddersfield Town.
Divine?
There we go. Harris is straight in. Divine Mukasa. Lovely stuff. Do you know what, on Divine as well? Because obviously we'd seen him come through the academy playing more as a number 8. Is that part of also kind of the ethos, though, is you have to be comfortable to pop up in different positions?
Play in different positions as well, training?
I think nowadays, like football, you've got to be able to play in every position. Because, okay, I could be a midfielder, but Pep might call me up and I need to play as a left back, but I play inside.
Yes, yeah.
So I think you've just got to be able to play every position. You just got to be adaptable, I think.
And be open to that. And does that why, I mean, obviously we see it, but it's so impressive when we see what Rico Lewis does, or in particular, Nico O'Reilly's.
Attacking midfielder now, left back.
I mean, how impressed have you been with watching Nico?
Yeah, I think, I mean, when I came in, I didn't really know much about Nico, but I heard a few things about him, and he'd gone up with the first team last year, obviously. And then this year, he's just gone to another level, playing for England and stuff like that. Obviously, scoring at the Bernabeu, as it's just come up now. I think we was actually at this game when we played.
Oh, of course, yeah, because you played the before, hadn't you?
Yeah, we came to this game, and I was saying to everyone how well he played and stuff. And
well, he got player of the match, and Luke, and we've focused in on him a lot, but he got his opportunity through an injury through Nuri. Has obviously seized the position, has then arguably become one of England's best left backs because he got called up obviously in the international break.
Yeah.
But he offers so much, doesn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the cup game he kind of broke onto the scene massively last season was away at Bournemouth. He came on at half time, gets 2 assists off the bench in a comeback win, and then look at him now, he's playing every week, he's one of the first names on the team sheet. And I'd go as far as saying probably after Haaland he's been our most important player this season, so yeah, it says a lot about him.
The thing for me about O'Reilly is that he doesn't make mistakes. Like, it's not normal for it to be that young, and you expect like the odd like slack pass here and there, whatever, but Nico O'Reilly, he has a minimum 7 out of 10 game every single game.
Yeah.
He's super reliable, and that's just not normal for a player of his age. Yeah. You're almost allowed to, like, but he just doesn't, does he?
Yeah.
Like,
he's our fastest player this season as well.
I saw that.
Yeah,
6'4".
I think the other one that stands out to me though was when he won the Liverpool game. You know, and you're marking Mo Salah.
Yeah.
How aggressive he was. I mean, it's nice to see that in a player as well.
I think the ability to do it at such a young age is good to have.
Yeah.
I think, and there's definitely obviously learning points that obviously because he's still young.
Still so young. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But yeah, there's still loads of time for him to grow.
Loads of time, and also naturally maybe over time as well in a few years we'll see him go into the position that he came through the academy playing. Do you know what I mean? Centre mid. Speaking of centre mid, and I'd wanted to kind of do this on a couple shows, but it's great also that you're here as well because you can probably explain it a little bit more. But gents, I wanted to talk about the quiet rise of Nico Gonzalez. Because we've spoke about, obviously, we all know how key that Rodri position is in Manchester City's team. These are some of his best bits from the Madrid game. Luke, I just feel over the last 2 months, bar obviously the little blip, our form in large part as well has been down to how he's just quietly going about his business. I mean, this I felt was an all. If Rodri did this display, you'd be waxing lyrical. I just thought it was, you know, winning the ball, breaking up play, breaking up the press. He just had it all.
Really cultured, yeah. And you think about Rodri not being available, you know, since last season pretty much. He's had, you know, a couple patches back, but you really thought last season some of our lack of success at times was because of Rodri not being available, and he's really taken this position to be his own. He's playing every game as well. Do you know what I mean? It's really difficult to be playing at such a high level in every game, and he's turned up here at the Bernabeu putting an unbelievable performance. And like you said, it's a position where you can sometimes go about your business quite quietly, and there's other names starring and putting the goals and the assists in, and that's what people seem to want to talk about. So yeah, I think he's been one of our better players this season for sure.
Obviously, you playing within this system, there is, I can imagine, and we're only privy to what my very limited football intelligence is, but there are so many elements and things to that role, I can imagine.
Yeah, I think like when any player comes into a new team, you've got to allow them time to sort of build their way into getting their rhythm, and I think this performance the other night definitely shows what he's capable of.
And again, obvious one. You see, you're coming up against probably some of the best attackers and midfield, but it seems to be the way he's reading the game now. But also, then it'll do the tackle and then can play the pass.
Yeah, that's for me. That's him being settled in the team now, and knowing that. I think even the security that he probably didn't have when Rodri was in there was that he probably might not have played every game.
Yeah.
And now that he's got the security maybe where he's playing.
Rhythm.
Yeah, and he's got the rhythm. Yeah. He's got the rhythm now that he's allowing himself to then come out of his shell and maybe not worry about making the mistakes and and just playing his own game.
Yeah, he's relearning it as well, because he was actually he was a 6 at Barcelona. He was like seen as the Busquets there. But then he went to Porto and he played as an 8 for a couple of years. So he was a lot more more Declan Rice, I would say, in terms of his style. But Pep said, "Well, you're back to being number 6 now." He's had to not relearn that again as such, but the muscle memories had to kick in again, and that's to adapt to the most physically demanding league in world football. It's going to take a long time, and also step into a Ballon d'Or shoes. Like the pressure of that on its own as well is ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah.
It feels as well that, again, we're seeing some. I think Nico Gonzalez is only 23. I think he is.
He's so young.
I don't think he's even been here a full season. And I can imagine. You've been here, I think, just over a year now.
Yeah.
But even the transition from you coming from Southampton to City, that must take time. That us fans maybe don't give credit for a bit.
It definitely does take time. Definitely coming from another club, you've got to learn different types of style of play.
Yeah.
Definitely the way that the City philosophy. That's definitely one to take on.
You have to take on.
Yeah.
And then I guess, and also because you think, you jump in and you can slot in. You're having to learn to play with the team around you, like you said, building players. Relationships as well. I guess.
Yeah, I think that's definitely one as well. Like for Nico, like it was that's the connections, that's the security that he has. He knows where Doku's going to be. He knows where Foden's going to be in the pocket. Like he's going to be in the pocket. He's going to want the ball.
Yes.
Like that sort of stuff. That definitely gives him that freedom to be able to know what he's going to do on the
confidence.
Yeah,
as well.
And the confidence to do that.
And that's why I guess then, gents, as well, where we're seeing, obviously, I'm buzzing to see Kusanov back into the fold and Rico loose, but these are the games that will help them get their rhythm as well. So when we did that treble-winning season, the game every 3, it didn't matter who was coming in because everyone had those bits of knowledge and understanding of where players were going to be.
Yeah, and it's hard to replicate, a real life game in training, I suppose. You want these games every few days. I know sometimes people look at a team getting knocked out of a tournament or whatever and say, well, we've got a bit more room now to work on stuff in training, which might be the case sometimes, but I think as far as we're concerned as fans and generally just wanting the club to do well, I think staying in as many competitions as possible. We've seen it time and time again. You think about when we won the domestic quadruple, we played almost every possible game that season, and you don't want your squad to burn out, but when you've got such amazing talent, and look at this, 10 changes, and we've got so many good players there ready to come in, you want to stay in these tournaments and you want to try and win them. You want to get a bit of silverware and a taste of what's to come in the rest of the season as well.
Indeed. And speaking of things that you want to win, I think our Christmas cracker goal scorers want to win the Erling Haaland signed ball. Well, I can reveal now, after your votes on the YouTube poll, the winner with 32% of the votes was goal number 1. It was the goalkeeper, Ndella Roberto, from his own box. Looks to go to play a pass and thinks, we're doing this. Have that.
That's an equaliser, isn't it?
That is Ederson-esque, that, isn't it? It's outrageous. So we will get the signed ball over to you, Ndella Roberto. Massive congratulations and thanks to all of you for voting as well. Gents, it's nearly time for me to hand over to the commentary team. So some final thoughts. What do you want to see today from this starting 11, Steve?
I think obviously I want to see City win, but I want to see some of the players who maybe didn't have the best time against Leverkusen just show everyone just how good they are. We all know their quality, but I want to see some more minutes in the legs of people like Kusanov, who in a different world would have been in the team throughout the season, but the injuries sort of set him back. I want to see Oscar Bob and Savino take the chance, and I want to see what Divine McCasser's got. There's so much quality there. And to be honest, I just want to see them enjoy themselves, because the Leverkusen game was such a crushing blow for some of them. And we are, they're quality players, and hopefully, in front of their own fans tonight, they'll enjoy themselves.
And Harrison, you were there training with them only yesterday. Who are you excited to see get out there and express themselves?
Definitely Divine.
Yeah,
I know what he's capable of, and I hope he shows it today.
Yeah,
he shows everyone what he's capable of. Centre midfield. I like Reinders. I wanted to see him be influential in this game. Definitely.
For sure. And we'll see Cherky in there as well.
We will see Cherky.
Doing Cherky things, no doubt. And Luke, finally from you, it's not going to. The Brentford team have got changes.
Yeah.
They might seem, but they are also going to give us a test as well, which we have to be wary of.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's going to be goals in this game, and it's not often I predict City to concede 3, but I'm going to go 4-3 City.
You're coming straight in with the prediction.
It's going to be a real,
really,
real pre-Christmas cracker this one. I'm going for.
Are you also going off that though because of their what was it? The last season was it?
Yeah, they score a lot of goals, Brentford, and I think in a cup tie especially, they're going to want to bring it. Us in the league, they're probably happy with the point. I don't know if they'll be confident they can get themselves to penalties, sitting back for a 0-0 or something. So I think there's going to be goals. I think they can come out.
I tell you what though, Luke, if it was to go to penalties, one man I fancy in between the sticks who can keep a few penalties out is James Trafford.
Yeah,
I think that leans into our favour a little bit.
Absolutely, yeah.
Harrison, do you want to give us a little prediction, please, sir?
I don't know. I think I'm going to go with a 3-1.
3-1. There we go. And I can see that. Mr. Stephen McInerney, what have you got for us?
He's gone for 7 goals. 1-0. You know, like, I don't know. Honestly, I think it'll be a bit closer. I'm going to say like a 2-1 or something like that. I think both teams will be aware of the expectancy of goals, and I think they'll be a little bit tight. We're going to win. We're going to win though.
Lovely stuff. What is your prediction?
2-1.
Oh, it was 2-1.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
I missed that there.
Yeah.
Right, I want to say a massive thank you to Stephen and to Luke. Harrison as well. Such a pleasure to have you in the studio. Thank you. And thank you to all of you for watching. So get on the Manchester City app for your commentary and come join us at half-time and then at full-time, where hopefully we'll be talking about Manchester City getting into the next round of the Carabao Cup. Last thing for me to say, come on City.